Hello everyone, this is Diane. I am getting ready to work on my Raggedy Ann journals. I've got my pages selected and I did some coffee dyeing this morning and I selected some fabrics. I'm excited about the fabrics, you guys. I have some, I wanted it to look homey and, you know, countrified. It's Raggedy Ann, she's a rag doll. So I pulled out some of my feedsack fabrics and some quilty looking pieces and vintage fabrics. I'm excited about that. And I pulled out a few stamps, but right now I have my white tags and I've squirted them with water, and I put some paint, watercolor paint from these Artist Loft tubes. These are Hobby Lobby brand, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just playing. I have no idea what's going to happen here. But these tags are already wet, so I'm just going to brush some color on them and see what happens. Hope you can see. So I was hoping that the water on the tags would dilute this bright dark red, and it is diluting it. So that makes me happy. And now rinse my brush and add some blue. And hope that they kind of blend together. So the blue is a lot darker than the red. It's beautiful blue though, isn't it? And let's see. I'm thinking I want a stiff brush so I can splatter some of the ink or the blue. I'm trying to find one that's stiff enough. Well, let's just try this one. Maybe I'll just try shaking it on, tapping it on. Oh, that didn't work. There. See why we crafters are always apologizing for the state of our hands when we do our videos. Another thing, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say I could drop some alcohol on it to get a really cool effect, but I don't need to do that. I just want some of these cool tags that I can stamp on for my Raggedy Ann journal. So I'm just going to use my dryer and dry these a bit. And the dryer pushes the color out too. See it moving the color? This tag was really wet. I don't want it to cover up all the red. I won't dry these completely, just enough that I can move them. So that was wetting the tags and then painting them. So let's try something else. You can try it on some manila tags. I don't have a lot of the white ones. I want to try using my gelatos because I don't use them very much. And I was so excited to get them. I've had them for a couple years. I did use them in some art journaling, but I haven't been art journaling. I want to get to the place where my weekends can be used for the fun stuff. I mean, the stuff that I want to play with, not for my shop. Art journaling and gluing, glue books and stuff like that, collages. But so far, I pretty much do work for my shop 7 days a week. But it's a good thing I like what I do, huh? Okay, I got my box. And this is a box from a Cricut cartridge. Alright, so let's see. I'll take some red again because red and blue and green and yellow are colors, like primary colors I'm using for these journals. So I don't have the paper wet, the card wet. I don't want it to look too Christmassy, so I'll put yellow on this one. Just put some color on. And I could use a brush to put water on, but I think I'll spray it first. I'll take a clean brush and spread the color. I think this is the right kind of brush for this, but I need clean water already. Let's try a different brush. That brush is better. The yellow doesn't seem to spread out as well as the red. You can see it's just where I marked it, and I think this is just changing color pretty much because it's wet. It's just the manila cardstock that's wet. That's okay, it looks like a child colored this with crayons. I have this Raggedy Andy stamp that somebody sent me. Pretty light, but that's cute. I probably needed to let the tag dry more. So you can also take a wet brush and actually put it on this and paint it from there. But I'm going to try wetting the tag again and then painting it. Let's try blue. So it glides on to the wet surface, but still looks crayon-y, which is fine for this kind of a journal. I don't mind that a Raggedy Ann journal looks crayon-y. So we're just playing and experimenting and see what kind of effects we can get. I'll probably draw black lines around the borders of these, like kind of not extremely straight black lines. Okay, what else can we do with the gelatos? I'll try the painting right on the media itself. It's very pale when you do that. But it doesn't look crayon-y, it looks painted. So these all won't be used in the Raggedy Ann journal. I don't need this many tags. I'm doing 4 journals though, I hope, if I can get them done in a timely manner. But I thought I could play around and get some other kinds of tags done too. What's this? Gesso. What do I want to do here? I think I'd like to splatter some brown. Some light brown. Whoops. Drop the cap. If I had an old toothbrush, that would be really good for splattering. I'll have to buy a cheap toothbrush and keep it in here. Oh, that works good. And some splots. And a little bit around the edges. That looks cool. It's fun to play with color. One more to play with. I'll do some more red. And these will be decorated more. I'm going to do some stamping and stuff to them. My mini mister's running out of ink, water already. This is like a Raggedy Andy tag. He has blue breeches and a red checked shirt, red and white checked shirt. That spray bottle is really sprays too much water. So, okay, I'm going to let these things dry, but my paper is so wet. Put the gelatos away and we'll move on to something else. Instead of doing more tags, I'll just take some of this watercolor paper. This is quite heavy. It's 140-pound Canson watercolor paper. I want to play with my Artezas, these water brush pens. It's actually ink in the brushes, and it comes with one that you fill with water. So this bottle just kind of splats water out instead of spritzes it. I'm going to add some more water to my mini mister. I do have I've got an empty one of these bottles. I'll use this. It can hold more water and it spritzes. I had a few empty ones. I hope you're enjoying watching this play. It's not boring. I'm going to take the blue and just color with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this paper. I'm just playing. I can cut it up into cards and whatnot. This one is sapphire blue, because where'd all the color go? Here it is. Because the paper was already wet, it just starts blending in with the water as soon as you put it down. Okay, this color is cadmium orange. I don't want orange. I want red. This one is red. Just red. Diluted the color so much. This end of the paper is drier, so I'm going to try painting it on here and then spraying it. Takes longer to fill the color in because it doesn't spread on dry. But it spreads when you get it wet. What other colors do we want to put in here? How about bumblebee yellow? It's pretty subtle. Just want to show you. Here's what it looks like when you paint it on dry paper. There's a lot more color to it. But this is saturated with water, so it's diluted. I have a lot of Raggedy Ann and Andy images from the old design shop because this journal will be my design team project for the old design shop. And there are a lot of journaling cards, you know, just images. They're not pages, they're images of different sizes. So I figured I could use these to make cards to adhere those to. What do I need now? Where's all the blue? Okay, put some more yellow down here, I think. This is heavy paper, like I said. But if you were using a thinner paper, you wouldn't want to wet it too much. You'll run the danger of tearing it. I feel like I'm getting a late start today. It's one of those days when I don't have to go anywhere. It's very, very cold outside, so I'm postponing my grocery shopping. The wind is high and the temperatures are low. And it's Martin Luther King Day, so I can't go to the post office. But I couldn't sleep last night. I got up and I was up till 2, I believe, 2 or 2:30. So I did work on printing and cutting some of the Raggedy Ann and Andy cards. So I got up late after I did get to sleep. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Let's try using this and it'll move the color around a little. So I got up late and I don't like starting my day like that, but I did get my coffee dyed paper done and I did get my Valentine's journal kits listed in the shop. Sometimes I don't, well, I should say most of the time, I don't like to take time away from creating to prepare and list things, but it's necessary. I can't sell them if I don't list them. So if you're interested in Valentine journal kits, you can go to my shop. I have a video showing the kits, and then there's a link to my video, to my Etsy shop on that video. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. Oh, pretty. That is really pretty. I'm going to let this dry, and then I can make things with that. I'm trying to see if somebody's here. I hear stuff. Yep, somebody's knocking at my door. So I will be back.